Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crosswalks. I'm JL.
And I'm Lily. And so today, before we get into it, you wanted to say something, I believe.
Well, we want to thank everyone that's been following us on our socials. Thank you so much. You guys are called Jaywalkers, by the way. That's why you see the hashtag Jaywalkers. I want to thank everyone that has subscribed to our channel.
Everyone that's commented.
Yes, we want the feedback. Remember, that's what this is all about. It's a community, so we need that feedback, and we've gotten some good ones on our first video, social media, which we're going to do another episode of it because there's so much to talk about. So we are going to do a second episode, so thank you for your comments on that, and we will answer those questions on our second episode. So today, we're talking about you're not your child's BFF. Now, before you all get excited, by the way, we're blessed again to have an audience. We didn't normally intend to have an audience, but we've been blessed that the first video and this video, we seem to have an audience. So that's great. And you'll hear in the background, you can't see them. Trust me, you don't want to see them. You can't see them, but they'll be chiming in.
They might have questions or whatever, comments.
So today's topic, you're not your child's BFF. Now, of course you're your child's friend. You're their first friend. But when I say BFF, I'm talking about determining that line, because there is a line. It's a fine line. We kind of never really know where that line is. They do, we never do, and the line kind of moves daily. So let's start it off with that. So Lily, where is that line?
Okay, so my main thing is, I feel as if when you're saying like the line, you don't just turn 13 and like, oh, okay, like we're not really here for you anymore. You're kind of figuring things out on your own. We're not your best friend anymore. But I feel as if it's when your parents feel you're ready. Everyone's different. Some people could be like when you're 11. Some people could be when you're 15. You know, everyone's different in that sense. But I feel as if it's just when they feel like you've gained enough responsibility and trust, they trust you enough to let you go and do things and figure things out on your own rather than trying to help you with every single problem that you have.
Well, how much is, you gotta remember, as a parent, we have been involved with you from birth. A lot of involvement, right? And then all of a sudden that changes.
Yeah.
You become a teen, you know it all, we think, you guys think that. And so that changes all of a sudden where okay, now, how much involvement is too much involvement? How do we ease into that?
Yeah.
What is that? How much is too much involvement?
I guess my main thing would just say, like, don't ever be the one to first come to us, which is going to sound bad, but if we need you, we're going to come to you. Because at this age, we don't want to be bothered by you guys. Like, parents are just the people that we don't want to hear from often. And yes, we know that you guys are always there for us, which is why we will come to you when we need you. Mm-hmm. But I don't think you should come to us in a sense because, okay, not to like snatch anyone's wig or anything, but mom, when I'm upset, she tends to come and won't leave me alone until I explain exactly why I'm upset and every single detail of why I'm upset.
Gotcha.
That doesn't make me want to explain to her why I'm upset. That makes me do the opposite. See, yesterday, this is a great example. I was pretty sad. I was just having a rough day, and he could tell that I was sad. And he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Not really." And he said, "Okay, well, if you need me, I'm here." And I said, "Okay." And that was good. Like, that just kind of made me feel better just by that, knowing that I could have someone to talk to. My mom, on the other hand, saw that I was upset, followed me around the house until I walked into my room, and then she cornered me and made me explain to her why I'm upset. And she's sitting in the audience, so she's hearing this. But that didn't make me want to share with her why I'm upset. That would make me want to go to him and explain. Like, when you just let us know that you're there and give us our space that we need, it helps so much because we will come to you. It will bring our relationship closer when we're the ones coming to you instead of you coming to us.
So the key is the space. The space. And I think sometimes too, the reason parents don't often want to give that space is so much, yeah, we care what's going on and what have you, but a little part of that, and maybe you guys can help us out on this. Is a little bit of that kind of a nosy type situation too? Like you want to know what's going on. You want that tea. Like, what's going on? Where we at?
Mom, go ahead.
For me, a little of it might be that, but it's a very small amount. More so when I go and if I corner you and want to talk to you, it's because I want to fix it. I can't fix something if I don't know what's wrong. So for me, it's wanting to fix everything immediately. That's why I do it more than anything. If I detect something seems like it's bothering you.
I would completely agree. I think from the mom's perspective, it's more about you were always there to do everything first and like immediately for your child. So it's more a sense of getting that chance to make it better, you know, and soothe the child, which, you know, you're not really a child anymore, but that's always a mother's instinct.
Yeah.
So I would agree.
But they're forever your child.
Yeah.
As a mother, I can obviously not speak on behalf of a mother, but as a mother, you've carried this life for 9 months.
And then more,
And
more throughout her.
More, yeah, you know. And so you gave birth, and I almost died at giving birth to you, and so now your child's hurting. You know, when they were little, they were hurting. You were there. You picked them up. You soothed them. You comforted them. They hugged you. They wanted you. They wanted you. Then all of a sudden, 13 comes, and it's like, I don't need you. I'll put my own Band-Aid on. And so it's that immediate, I don't need you, that maybe it's hard to kind of give that space. And I don't know, I mean, maybe another father can chime in, but for me, I understand the need for space. I mean, I always, in everything I do, I always think back of how would I feel? If I'm 13, how would I feel? And I was once 13, so how did I wanted space. You know, so sometimes it's a little easier for me to give that space. I don't, you know, but for mothers, I'm sure that's pretty hard.
And like we said, I don't blame you, obviously, for like wanting to know what's up, because I understand that. But do you ever think that kind of pushes us further when you do that? Because you realize when I come to you and I say that I don't want to talk and you keep bothering me, you get some attitude from me and you get pushed away more. Do you think that would maybe stop your...
Well, I do, but you also know that I'm the type of person that has a hard time to let things go. So it will drive me crazy until I kind of am able to see what's going on and fix it. But I will say, I have learned through experience that we do seem to do better when I kind of question you and then I'm able to step back. And you, most of the time, in fact, almost
I
every
will come
time,
to you.
you do wind up telling me.
Just
And
giving that
every-
time.
That's the
But
thing,
my
like,
instinct is to want to fix. That's our instinct. You can't start from birth. Every time there's a problem, first person they go to there is their mom, and then one day just kind of not
Just
have
kidding.
that role. Yeah, exactly.
So really when we're defining this space, it's really time. It's time for maybe for you to kind of gather the situation in your mind, how to present the situation that's going on. I'm confused, I'm this, I'm that. How is that going to come out? And so maybe that time allows you, maybe you answer this question, you know, does it allow you the time to think about the situation? Okay, how do I present the situation and then move forward?
Yeah, it just lets us think, because when you're breathing on our backs, like, oh, what's wrong? Especially with this age, we don't always know what's wrong. There's a lot of times where we're just sad, like mom will ask me and I'm just like, I don't really know, man, like I'm just not happy. But it gives us the time to think instead of having to answer all these questions that we don't even know the answers to.
So that brings me to another question. You know, what can we do as parents to better open that communication and help us better understand you?
Just like what she said before, like if we seem upset, ask what's wrong, or if we overexcited, ask what's up. You know, but if we don't answer right away, just don't bother us, don't bug us, because we think right now, honestly, we think that we're living on our own, buying our own food, our own rent, like
I wish you.
we're grown. But like in our minds, we're grown at this point. So
that's one thing. Now, what is another thing that we parents do that's kind of over the line? Because again, we don't know where that line is at all times. What things do I know what a lot of parents do, but you tell us and
You mean like parents and teens? Like,
parents and teens, just like what things do you see that's like, okay, well, we just crossed the line.
2 words. Matching tattoos.
Oh.
Like I said, I'm not trying to get anyone's wig. Like, if you want to do it, if you want to put elephants on your leg, whatever, or mandalas, whatever, do it. But like,
No matching tattoo.
why is that a thing? Why would you want to have a tattoo?
And that
with
is
your
a thing.
daughter?
That is a thing. I've seen it very close to me. I have seen it. It is a thing. So this isn't something we're making up. It is a thing. This matching tattoo. So that's kind of over the line. That's kind of
Yeah.
a, you know, where are you a parent?
That's like
Where are you
literally
a friend. You know.
Getting best friend T-shirts. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's like,
I can see that.
especially
I mean,
if you're of age to get a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like.
or not of age. That I've seen.
Oh, that's even
I've
worse.
seen is when you're not of age. So, are there any other fine line items that we seem to cross a lot?
I mean, I guess that could just bring us into the social media because that's what I automatically thought.
Okay.
Because
Well, that's.
let me just say
perfect.
here, I have I don't have a lot of friends, but I have some friends that I like see Instagram pictures and their moms are in the comments like multiple comments like heart eyes, oh my gosh, look at her, and it's just like, why? Like, it's great to hype your daughter up, like that's amazing, but I don't know, I just feel like that's something friends do. Like, to put yourself into like a friend environment as social media, like Instagram, and then to be commenting on your kids' like posts with like just hyping them up over and over again. That's crazy to me.
Well, you know, and that's a great segue to actually one of the questions I had, which was when we're following you on social media, you know, what guidelines should we follow?
I guess just look. That's all I could say.
So
You
look,
can
so
look.
We need to be more of a purveyor, not a.
Yes, like I said, follow your kid on social media. It'll keep them in check. But you don't need to be commenting, liking their pictures, like that's obviously nothing. But you don't need to be commenting on them, like checking every single thing that they've ever looked at on their social medias, like everything they've ever commented, like the friend thing. Be their friend, but don't be their best friend.
Be their
Like,
parent.
just-
You still have to be a parent at the end
Yeah.
of the day. And I think sometimes when parents do that, it kind of creates the situation where the teen goes out and gets another account. It's a secret account. And listen, one of my children has done it, and they've just been caught because I'm just slick like that. But
I don't know if I'm being snatched or if we're talking about another children.
they've gone to create a private account, and so it goes back to when we were talking about social media, where you've got to understand social media and how it works and the things that you can do with it. You can set up different accounts and you can set up different names and so
Don't
on
make
and
us
so
do
forth.
that. Don't make your
And so,
teen set up different
yeah,
accounts.
You've got to get involved, but I think it does create that, and I think we see that a lot in our society
Yeah.
where we've got that going on. So
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so if you have those thoughts of how you want your parent to act when maybe something's up with you or whatnot, what could you say on the flip side? I mean, put yourself in the parent's spot. How can it be set up more, or how can the relationship be to help your parent? Because you have to understand they still have the same concern for you at all times. Like, how do you make that an easier line so there's not
Okay.
as much level of worry?
I understand. Instead of just brushing them off, actually communicating a little bit.
Right.
So I guess don't lie, first of all, because like if your parents saying like what's wrong, they don't just say that for fun. They can tell that you're up because they've been with you for like 15 or however many years of your life. So they're gonna know when you're upset. Like, they know you better than anyone. So just tell them like, hey, I'm not doing so good right now. Like, if you don't know what's up, just be like, I'm not really sure why. And then that's basically it. But if something's actually like bothering you, just be like, I might talk to you later, I might not, but I think that I just have to kind of take some time on this one. Or if you really don't want to talk to them about it, just be like, just going through a situation right now, and I don't want to talk about it. Just, it's a way of shutting them down, but also like giving them enough closure that it's like, okay, they know that they're gonna be able to handle it. Because we're gonna come to you. If we feel like we're literally about to die, we're gonna come to you. Like, if it's a terrible situation, we kind of don't have other mentors really. So we're gonna come to you guys.
We're
but
the first ones. But I mean, like you said, you know, we do understand our kids a little bit more. And so, and all our kids are different. You know, I have 4. I have 3 daughters, 1 son, and they're all very different in the way they want to communicate and when they're having a problem. You know, my oldest, you don't have to probe so much. You just kind of have to. Yeah, my oldest is a daughter, and she'll just kind of pace the room and just kind of, you know, she's almost inviting you to ask.
she wants
what's
you to
going
ask
on.
her what's wrong.
You know, so that's simple. And then, you know, go all the way to Lily. She wants more space. And then you had to take my son. My son is like Kramer.
He doesn't really have problems.
He's just going to barge in. He's going to right away tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what's going on. No matter what you're doing, you're in the middle of something, you better press pause because he is going to
And he will be
tell
running
you
around the
what
house
is going
as
on.
he's telling you.
So, you know, they're all different personalities, and you kind of have to adapt to each child. You know, it's just like management. You know, you got to adapt to each employee. You got to adapt to each child and their personality. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
All right. So how do you want to close this up, Lily?
Well, obviously, you know, to like and comment everything. He's usually the one doing this. I don't know why I'm saying this.
Oh, come on.
But
I want you to do it.
feedback. We need some of that.
We need more
We
feedback.
want to know what do you guys have something to say back there?
No, go ahead. Is there anything else you want to
Anything.
say? This is your chance.
I guess I'll just kind of echo on, like, I like
Yes.
to see the accountability from the teen also, because I do think it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
So, and you addressed that, Lily, which was nice, because it can't all be what can the parent do better, it can also be what can the child do to help the parent.
I like
So
that.
I like that
Accountability.
kind of accountability between both parties.
I like that.
And I do think to go with that as well, you know, you kind of addressed just about when there's problems. So a lot of life is not problems, and I do think it's really nice when, you know, your teen asks you, hey, how was your day? What's going on with you? And when your parents ask you back, you know, your parents know the name of your friends. Your parents know what kind of classes you're taking, you know, what your hobbies are, what your activities are, and then you're kind of in the loop together. And I think that really helps to have your parent-teen relationship be stronger.
Yeah, I feel like that goes on a trust barrier because I don't know what word I just said, but if a trust barrier.
Trust
But
barrier.
if
look that up.
if we
I'm
have
gonna look
enough
that up.
trust in you, then we're gonna tell you all about our day. We're gonna tell you everything basically.
Yeah, I
But
mean, you gotta have trust building. You gotta give responsibility. I think, you know, children want in the teenage years. I think children really do want responsibility.
Yeah, like we said,
They
we think
want
we're
that
grown.
trust in you. So we do have to give that trust. But going back to what that comment was said just a while ago from our audience, accountability. So we're giving you trust. Therefore, you must be accountable to that trust.
yeah,
And when you break trust,
and we have to
you will be
try to
accountable
regain
breaking
that
it.
trust.
Exactly, and that's tough. So you got to think about that. You know, it's a two-way street. This relationship is a two-way street. Me and you, right?
Yeah.
So
Crosswalk.
because crosswalks, that's it. That's just it. You know, it's a two-way street. You're not gonna, you know, without each other. So that's great. Crosswalks, exactly. That's what this is all about, and working towards a adult relationship between parents and their teens. So thank you again. I know this got a little serious, but these are topics that are necessary, and I don't think parents have these conversations enough. I'm sure we can keep going on and on about this topic, and
Yeah.
we'll probably do another episode on it, but I want to thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and most of all, comment. Follow us on our socials, and we will see
It'll
you
be in the
next time.
description box.
Yes, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
Peace.